here's another item concerning the Akron School District. The Akron School Board now has voted to try locking cell phone bags. You may have heard about this technology. You see them on your screen here. Here's how it works. Students at East Buchtel and Ellet schools would each have their own individual pouch. When they get to school, their phone goes into the pouch, which then locks.
And then, when they leave, they walk through a magnetic unlocking station, which will open the pouch. The district hopes this program will help keep schools safer and lessen distractions in the classroom. The bags could be ready to use in 2 weeks.
Okay, so we had a pretty heated discussion in the newsroom about this today.
Really fascinated by this.
Are you for this or against this?
I honestly don't know how I feel about it.
Interesting. Okay, well, producer Mo had some points that, you know, from a parent standpoint, they may like the idea that their kids are always a text or a phone call away. I understand that, certainly. But also, from an educator standpoint, the teachers that I've spoken to that teach primarily junior high and high school, the #1 overwhelming problem they all say is the device. It is distracting. It loses, it steals the kids' attention from learning. And I think any barrier to learning, if you can get rid of it, I'm for that. So I think I'm for this, unless I hear an argument that it just completely changes my mind. But I don't know how I did it, but I made it through all 13 years of my primary education without ever carrying a cell phone.
Yeah, I am kind of divided on this, quite honestly.
Okay.
I like the idea of my child having their phone available.
Right.
Josie's the only one of my two that has a phone right now. She has to lock it in her locker, and she's not allowed to have it with her.
Oh, so that's the policy at the school she goes to.
The school she goes to, that's
Okay.
the policy, which I approve of that.
Right.
The thing that kind of worries me a little bit here in Akron, I go back to the problems that they've had in schools, specifically these schools.
Sure.
And if an emergency situation would arise, now you have kids that have to leave a classroom to get to a magnetic unlocking station in order to get to their device.
Yeah.
And I just don't know how that would work out.
This is new.
This is totally new.
That's why I'm glad it's a pilot program. Other schools can see how this works and decide whether or not they want to adopt something that's similar to this.
I wonder if there's some kind of a basket or something the teachers could have in their room. Like, everybody dump your thing in here. All right, it goes on a shelf while I teach. They do that? Okay.
Some do that, but
Matt, our director, said
somebody that I know that works at a school that does not do that because it's privacy issues.
This is true.
So they don't want their children's phones being out of their hands and in the hands of others that, you know, who knows what can happen. So this is uncharted waters. We don't know. We wanted to find out where you stand in this. So we conducted a poll on our What's New Facebook page. Right now, 63% of you say, yeah, they believe that this is a good idea. We'll continue to monitor that, and we'll bring the results as they change.
There's so much more that goes into the story.
Yeah,
I'd love to hear more viewpoints on it.
Yeah,
for sure.
It is fascinating, no question.